So good morning to everyone. So before giving you activities with regards to our lesson for today, so I will be making a video presentation uh, that tackles figures of speech. So kahit wala tayong pasok, no, learning will still continue. Patuloy pa rin tayong matututo. So our lesson for today in English is all about figure of speech. Figure of speech are words that or phrases that depart from straightforward literal language. Figures of speech are often used and crafted for emphasis, freshness, expressions, or clarity. So hindi yung meaning niya, yung the use of the word, no? Hindi yung literal na meaning niya. So let us proceed. So the different types of figure of speech are simile, metaphor, alliteration, onomatopoeia, hyperbole, personification, idiom. First, let us have simile. Simile is the comparison of two unlike things using like or as. So when you see the word like and as, or the words like or as, no, that means that phrase is a simile. Yung ang ginamit na figure of speech doon ay simile. Example, he eats like a pig. Kumakain siya na parang baboy. The word like here is being used to compare the way of how a person eat, no, to a pig. Kinukumpara yung papaano kumain yung tao at saka yung baboy. No, kumakain daw siya na parang baboy. Next, you are as pretty as a picture. Yan, no? Gumamit siya ng word na as. Ikaw daw ay singganda ng picture. O kaya naman, your dress is as red as rose. Gumamit ng word na as. Yung damit mo ay singpula ng rosas. Next, that is the word. That is simile. No? Do not forget the word simile. No? Gumagamit ng like or as. Dito naman, no, a metaphor. Let us proceed to metaphor. Metaphor is the comparison of two unlike things or expressions, sometimes using the verb to be and not using like or as. Dito naman, gumagamit siya ng comparison of two unlike things. Yung simile, no? Kung babalikan natin yung simile, this is a comparison of two unlike things using like or as. Pero dito naman sa metaphor, two unlike things, pero hindi siya gumagamit not using like or as. Okay? Dito, ang mga verb to be, gumagamit siya ng verb na to be. Just like am, is, are, was, and were. So, let us proceed. Dito, he is a pig. Gumamit siya ng verb na is. He is a pig. Siya ay baboy. No? Yung buong pagkatao niya, kinukumpara sa baboy, pwede siyang madumi. No? Pwede siyang clumsy. So, ganun, no? You are a tulip. So, yun, ano? Walang pagkumpara sa kilos, kundi yung buong pagkatao niya. You are a tulip. Okay? Gumamit ng word na are dito sa pangalawang sentence. Next. Again, let us remember, dito sa simile, no? Comparison of two unlike things using like and as. While in metaphor, using comparison of two unlike things using verb to be is are. Next, alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the initial consonant sounds of neighboring words Yung consonant, yung B, C, D po yung ating continuation to, no? Part 2 of our video presentation. So, alliteration is the repetition of the initial consonant sounds of neighboring words. Again, yung B, C, D, F. So, those are consonants, no? While yung vowels naman, A, E, I, O, U. So, here, consonant sounds, neighboring words, no? Repetition of initial consonant sounds by neighboring words. Bawa itong mga neighboring words na to. Yung Sally sells seashells by the seashore. So, as you have observed, letter S is being used repeatedly, no? Dito sa sentence na to. Okay? Yun yung alliteration. Good. Again, let us recall. Yung simile, comparison of two unlike words with the use of like and as. While metaphor, the comparison of two unlike objects or things or words but without using like or as. Hindi ginagamitan like or as. Ginagamitan to ng verb to be, just like is, am, and are. Now, dito sa alliteration, gumagamit tayo ng repetition of initial consonant sounds, just like B, C, E, F, no? Of the neighboring words. Just like here in example, in the example, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. So, S is being used repeatedly. Madali lang intindihin. Next, dito. She left the heaven of heroes. Heaven of heroes. Okay? To make a man meet the mortal need. So, here, M is being used repeatedly. No? A man to match a mountains and the sea. The friendly welcome of the wayside well. So, ayun lang, no? Napakadali niyang intindihin. Yung consonant, no? Ginagamit ng paulit-ulit na mga neighboring words. Neighboring words means magkakalapit na mga, magkakadikit or magkakalapit na mga salita. So, napakadaling intindihin. Next, let us proceed to onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that imitates the sound it represents. Ini-imitate niya yung sound na kanyang nire-represent. Halimbawa, the chiming of the bells, the boom of the explosion. Ito, tingnan nyo. Diba yung chime, meron tayo dito sa sa mga, minsan yung sa tawag dito, sa door natin, di ba yung may mga nakaang doon, nag-chime siya para tumunog, no? Halimbawa, yung ang tawag dito, yung sound, ano ba yung sound ng aso? Di ba? Pag nagbabark yung aso, anong sound? So, yun, no? The barking of a dog. Yeah, mga ganun. Yan. Tinklings, sleigh bells, changing fire bells, the mellow chiming wedding bells. Okay. Next tayo. Mga sounds yun, ano? When we say onomatopoeia, sounds, ano? Ginagaya niyo yung sounds ng bagay na yun. Next, hyperbole naman. Ito yung exaggeration or overstatement. Exaggerates masyado, no? Sobra, no? His feet are as big as boats. Meron bang paa na singlaki ng bangka? Wala, di ba? Exaggeration. Masyadong exags. I nearly died laughing. Muntik na daw siyang mamata sa kakatawa. I nearly died laughing. Minsan meron din naman, yung may mga sakit sa puso, no? But not all. Kaya exaggerated, eh. No? Next. Here once an embottled farmer stood and fired the shot, heard sound the world. Narinig, kumbaga, meron bang putok ng baril na narinig sa buong mundo? Wala naman, di ba? So, exaggerated. No? Okay? Or shot the world pa na, no? Nabaril niya yung buong mundo, no? Okay, second to the last figures of speech is the personification. So, personification, okay, is giving human qualities to things that are not human. So, we are giving human qualities to things that are not human, just like here in the example, number 1, the moon looked down at me. So, yung the buwan, tinitignan ako. Wala namang kakayanan yung buwan para tignan ka. But, in personification, we give human qualities to things that are not human. No? So, halimbawa, another example, no? The book tells much stories. Yung book daw ay nagbibigay sa atin, no? Or nagkukwento sa atin ng maraming mga istorya. Wala namang kakayanan yun. Yung nagbibigay sa atin ng istorya or nagkukwento sa atin, posible yung reader, posible nanay mo, ate mo, and others. No? Next, idiom. A saying that means something different than what it says. Example, it's raining cats and dogs. So, the literal meaning of raining, tulad ngayon, it is raining. That is why classes have been suspended. No? So, raining, yung ulan, no? Pagbuhos ng tubig, di ba? Yeah. But here, in this example, no, the literal the literal meaning of raining is not what it used to be, no? Hindi yan ibig sabihin ng raining ay yung literal na kahulugan niya. Ang ibig sabihin ng rain niya ay marami, no? Marami ang pusa at aso. No? Marami ang pusa at aso. It's raining cats and dogs. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Let us recall. We have the simile, no? Paggamit ng like or as when we are comparing two unlike things, pag nakakita ka ng like or as. Next metaphor, comparison of two unlike things, but without using like or as. Gumagamit tayo ng verb to be. Is, are, was, were. Okay? Next, alliteration. Repetition of, no? Repetition of the initial consonant sounds ng magkakadikit na salita. Next, onomatopoeia. Yan naman yung, no? Pag-imitate ng sounds. Okay? Pag-imitate ng sounds ng isang bagay. Next, hyperbole naman, yung exaggeration. Yung exaggeration or overstatement. Okay? Halimbawa, ang paa mo ay sinlaki ng barko. Mali. Diba? Wala namang ganun. Exaggeration. Personification naman, no? Giving human qualities to things that are not human. Okay? And then, lastly, yung idiom, no? A saying that means something different than what it says. Yun. Umuulan ng pusa at aso. Marami ang pusa at aso. The meaning of the literal meaning of raining is not being used in this example. Okay? Hindi yung literal na meaning niya. And that would be it. Sasagutin nyo lang ngayon, bibigay ko to, itong presentation na to. Sasagutin isusulat, no? Isusulat sa notebook na English notebook, yung activities, yung 1 to 10 if I'm not mistaken. 1 to 10. Yun, 1 to 10 nga. So, aral mga buti.